Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to the 2024 MFL Field Vision podcast. My name is Nadeem. I got Ubi with me.
Salam, salam.
We got our moderator, Omar.
So, guys,
And then we have Waleed. He has no title, but he's just here.
What's going on?
But yeah, we appreciate you guys for watching. Let's get right into it.
all right. So let's start with the defensive player of the week, and that is Osama Jisri with 2 pick sixes.
Osama, man. Ubi, take it away.
Hey, man. Osama's been proving it, week in and week out that he's himmy. This is starting to become old now. He's just gonna make a case for himself to be like, MVP of the league. So yeah, I mean, there's not much to it, and no surprises right there.
I think the thing is about his picks, man, they're not like handed to him or like they're not thrown to him. He's just there. Like it's literally an interception. Like he'll get in the way of the ball, he'll disrupt the pass, he'll just get in the way of the ball somehow and then house it every time. Or not every time, but most of the time. I think he's solidifying himself to be like a top 2 pick next year. And that's where I'd see him at. He's either first overall or second. I mean, there's like I said, like there's a handful of people that could be up there, and it's cool to see him be able to be in that range of top 1, top 2. So he deserves it, man.
Woody, do you got any comments?
I think it's obvious it's going to be MVP, and this just confirmed it this week.
We didn't want to take. I didn't want to take it that far, but yeah, I like him at MVP too.
Man, okay. All right, so now let's go to the offensive player of the week, and that is AJ with 5 receiving touchdowns.
Man, I ref that game, and it's just crazy, like how easy it is for him. Like it's getting to the point where like I don't understand how he's open. Most of the times he's not open. It's most of the times it's contested. But some of those touchdowns I remember were just wide open, which I don't understand how that happens. Like, how do you leave the best player on the field wide open for touchdowns? That makes zero sense to me. Like, as a defender, like, you're supposed to be prioritizing the best player on the field. Like, you should know where he is at all times. Yeah, and just the fact that he's just easily there is crazy to me.
I could explain why, but that's for later. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna take away anything from him. He's been a dominant force. I mean, we didn't really have any answers for him, especially Ahmad. Ahmad was just having the time of his life in the pocket, and he could just throw anywhere he wants.
Man,
once
he's chilling
he gets out. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. To me,
So
man, AJ is unguardable. He's unguardable, bro.
He's like those Omar, you know about that, those Madden cards?
Yeah, those man,
he's got all the X factors and everything.
He got the double me X factor on him.
Yeah, and it's automatic. Remember back in not back in the day, a few Maddens ago when Randy Moss would have it just automatically.
Yep. Yeah.
That's literally AJ, bro. Like he's just automatically double me, man. It's crazy.
It does feel like in some weeks it looks like they purposely stat pad. Like 5 touchdowns to 1 person. Like, come on. Like it feels like it's getting obvious that they're stat padding to one specific person every single week.
But yeah, Omar's good at what he does.
That's Omar's main person. I mean, if he sees AJ deep, he's gonna throw it. I mean,
sure.
If any quarterback would just throw it deep if they just see AJ wide open. I mean, or not wide open, even contested by 1 person. That's why Alat last season, all he did was throw it deep. It was because he had AJ. So
AJ, man, he's him.
He
is.
All right. So let's go into our recaps here for last week. We had, for the first game, we had Arabs FC versus Muslimin. Arabs FC won 48-24.
I mean, we kind of all expected for Arab FC to win. I mean, they didn't have Fahad, so it was kind of like a. I don't want to discredit them or anything. I mean, what was it you said? 48, Ahmad?
Yeah. They
putting up 48. I mean, no matter against who it is still impressive. I mean, 48 points is a lot. Like But at the same time, like, they should have won that game. Like, there's no reason it should have been even close. You have Ben throwing those little hop passes that he does. So that game, it was just expected. Like, everyone going into that game knew what was going to happen. But I was surprised that Almar Egypt was able to put up 48 points. Like, that's pretty impressive to me. But, yeah.
Well, the Mu'minin was only rushing one. I mean, Muslim was only rushing one.
That is right. Oh, yeah. I don't even know how to think of that.
We rushed one in the first half, and then, honestly, in the second half, we switched it up, rushed two. It was way better for us because we got more pressure on Almar Egypt. But yeah, I mean, Almar Egypt was just able to dump off to Azuz. Like,
Almar, whose call was that to rush one?
Bro, I mean, it's been Fahad's call the whole time. We just kind of, I guess, rolled with it because, again, he's the captain. But we just this week, man, rushing two was just so much better for us. And I mean, this is the moving forward in the playoffs, man. It's a must rush two.
Man, in this league, you can't, like, it should be a known thing. You can never rush one. It never works. It will never work. Yeah. Especially with Almar Egypt having Delibe back there. Like, man, he'll just power anyone. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. Yeah, so rushing one, he's just getting double teamed by whoever the blockers are. Like, no matter who it is, no matter how good the rusher is, you can never rush one unless your name is Sohaib Hamoud.
Yeah, I'm gonna head all day in the pocket when we're rushing run one.
For sure.
Well, you can rush one if there's one blocker, but everyone nowadays is having two blockers.
Exactly. Yeah, no one has one blocker anymore. So, yeah. Did they? Because I think they still had two blockers on there, right?
Yeah. They had two blockers. It was funny because you look at the clips. Once we started rushing two, I mean, they started having like three blockers, and I think of it like one of the clips they had like a fourth blocker there because we were getting in there so quick when we started rushing two. Yeah. Anyways, moving on to the second game, we had the rematch, Intifada versus Salam, and Intifada won 30-0.
In 25 minutes.
In 25 minutes. I was just going to say that. Man, that game, it's kind of like the first game, I don't want to consider it like the first game, but I mean, EB clearly wasn't playing well. He clearly was favoring one foot over the other. He was hobbling around, and then at one point he just took off for a run and pushed it a little too hard, and he just hurt himself again. So I mean, even before that, he wasn't playing well. Like, I think we still had like 21 on them, even when EB was playing. So that game was just a massacre, and just the fact that that team will literally fall apart without EB. I mean, they didn't have Yanel either, their first round pick, but just the fact that that team fell apart so easily, they couldn't even finish the game was kind of sad. But on to the next week, I guess.
I mean, I'll just say this: it's kind of tough with EB being injured, and since he can't really move that well. He doesn't even have the best blockers. So since he doesn't have the best blockers and he has to move around, I mean, that's just a recipe for disaster for him. So even you could be the best quarterback, and if you can't move, khalas, it's GG.
On top of that, man, I got to call some people out. Like, showing up 30, 40 minutes late to your own game is just unacceptable, man. Especially the fact that you're playing second. Like, if you were playing first, okay, I get it. You're sleeping in, whatever. You don't wake up. You're a few minutes late. When you have players coming in, showing up late, and especially in a game like this, like, their win there was, I mean, I don't want to say too crucial because it didn't affect them too much, but it just shows the fact that the team just has no sense of urgency. Like, you have players just showing up late and not really caring. Like, that should say a lot. And just the fact that they had to have subs when their players were literally just running late kind of sucks to see, but...
Was it Falah that showed up late?
It was Falah, and okay, hold on. Let me go on a rant real quick since we're talking about this. No. You brought up his name. Brought up his name. Here's the thing with Abdullah Falah, man. I know he's not watching this because he's not gonna ever listen to this, but I want him to watch this. I don't understand how you're gonna say that your team would be good if you're playing quarterback, this and this and that, man. But you're showing up 30 minutes late. Like, how does that work? Like, there's nobody on earth that can have the audacity to say something like that when you're showing up 30, 40 minutes late to your own game. Like, I don't get that. I don't think that's fair to EB. I don't think that's fair to your other teammates, especially I having to step in there at quarterback. It's not fair to discredit your team, especially quitting on them multiple times and then saying you're going to be playing a million times better with yourself at quarterback. I just don't get that. Makes no sense to me.
I mean, there's a reason why he got picked like as low as he did, and honestly, he could have went down even more just because everyone's worried about him either showing up late or something like that. I mean,
For sure.
I'll say this: the best ability is availability, and he hasn't had that for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a soccer player thing or what it is, but he just always has to show up late to games, or he just doesn't show up to games at all. So
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can figure that out come playoff time. I mean, it's next week. It's a huge. I mean, it's a game of the season. Hopefully he's not 30
Yeah.
minutes late to his own game. But we'll see what happens.
but it also costs his team possibly the second seed by showing up that late. So
Yeah.
I mean it's huge throughout the whole season.
While we're still talking about him, like the week before, he drops like a big catch, and then a drive later, he's walking back to the line, and he gets called offsides. Like those are some crucial plays. Like come on, the almost obvious ones that you got to step up with.
Yeah,
It sucks to see, man. It sucks to see.
Yeah, he's not locked in. That's all it is.
There's just too many mental errors with this team, man. It's unfortunate.
100%. You said it perfectly. No, I like that one, but he said that perfectly. Too many mental errors.
Yeah.
Exactly how it is.
We just gotta put this team down. Just get this team over with this week. One last week with them.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What do you got for us next, Tomlin?
All right, so for the last game, we had Mu'minin versus FC Palestino. Mu'minin beat FC Palestino 48-18.
Yikes. Ubi, take it away.
I mean, not much to say. There's just still a lot of injuries on my team. It sucks to say that, I have to say it every week, but yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do when you're trying to ask, your let's say your 9th round pick, 10th round pick, whatever, like asking them to, do stuff like go above and beyond. Like I was asking Amen. I was like, hey, I need you, to lock down Ahmad, like don't let him, contain Ahmad. But the issue is, that's asking a lot for him, especially someone that has no that has no like previous flag football experience. Huh?
He was good at rushing.
He's good at rushing, but he also needs to be able to contain. There's a lot more to it than just running at the quarterback.
Sure.
I mean, there's that losing Malik, losing Siraj. We have Dawood on one leg. So
Man, okay, hold on, bro. I'm gonna have to cut you off right there. Okay,
yeah.
I'm a firm believer of this. I know I saw Dawood's injury happen, and I can testify that he got hurt. Okay, I can testify it. But that boy, with half a leg, whatever you want to call it, maybe he's faking injury. I don't want to assume, but that boy was giving his all. Shout out Dawood, man. If you're faking an injury, then I hate you. But shout out Dawood. He was going crazy. He was wearing a little brace and everything. But he was going crazy. I mean, obviously he didn't do much to change the game, but I promise you he made plays that were good enough to stop it from being a shutout. So he was a huge factor, and I think him going into the playoffs is huge.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll be better for playoffs. I'm hoping he come in and do some work. But yeah. Regarding all the injuries and all that. Yeah, I mean, there's not much we could have done. We sent in 3 rush. Even with 3 rush, Ahmad had a lot of time. AJ was just going all the way deep to the touchdown, and just there's not much we can do, but it's all good.
One thing on that note, I wanted to mention because I was watching that game pretty good. Man, I just felt like you had no time, man. I just felt like every other play. I remember Walid was standing next to me, and every play Walid would freaking palm in his face, yelling, "Oh God," because you had no time, man. Like in the pocket, like every other play was just a dump off to the closest guy you could see. I feel like, man, this week your blockers really, really let you down. That's just what I saw. But hopefully going into next week, you guys can get that situated, come up with a better game plan. Hopefully you can convince Siraj to not be a bum and show up and actually be a team supporter. Sorry, Siraj.
I feel like he should be there either way.
Cheerleader.
He should. Siraj, you should be there, but I don't know. Maybe you're faking an injury too. Maybe Ubi's team is so bad that his whole team has to fake injuries. You got Malik.
Hey, I'm injured right now too.
Aus realized he got picked up by Ubi before the season, faked an injury. You got Siraj. He's like, I can't play quarterback no more. Fakes an injury, and now Ubi himself gives up on his own team and fakes an injury.
Man,
there's something going on, bro.
Huge accusations out here.
There's something going on.
You caught us. Can you stop exposing us, Jazak?
My bad.
Hey, Nadeem.
You know,
while we're talking about faking stuff, I heard there was a rumor that AJ might have faked that he was gonna be out of town.
Okay. Let's make that its own segment. This is my theory, guys. This is my theory. But let's make that okay. We're here. Let's push that towards the end. I'm gonna make that my own segment.
All right.
Let's go. Let's go on to the next one.
All right. So the next thing we have is the Seyfan hierarchies. So let's go through them. At number 6, we got Salam. At number 5, we got FC Palestino. At number 4, we got Arabs FC. At number 3, we got Muslimin. At number 2, we got Mu'minin. And at number 1, we got Intifada.
I like that list. Honestly, going into playoffs, I'd switch FC Palestino with Arab FC just because I like the matchup of Ubi against Omar Egypt. I feel like Ubi was put in the best case scenario, excluding the fact that he'd be playing Salam, but who would have known that Ibi would get hurt last week? So I think that Ubi playing Arabs FC is the best case scenario for him. I like that matchup, man. I feel like you guys match up well with them. You have Aus swatting all the deep balls that Tofi is gonna get. You guys have good flag pullers. That is one thing that I noticed, Ubi, and you can agree with me on that. I don't know if you can say the same, but I think you guys have pretty good flag pullers. It's just you guys have to figure out a way to give yourself more time. But I'd like to switch that. But other than that, I feel like the list is solid.
I don't got much to say. You said who's the last seed or who's the last pick? Or sorry, last Salam. Yeah, I can't really.
Salam shouldn't even be on the hierarchy, bro.
Man, they're just
that team.
Bad,
that team should not be on the hierarchy.
Yeah, I can agree with the list just because of all the injuries that's been going on again. So doesn't matter.
Can we have an injury counter on this podcast?
Man,
hey! All I gotta say is they're scared for me to have actual players on my team.
Who are the actual players? You drafted them.
Hey,
no,
injured.
No, Ubi, no.
You
drafted
injured.
this team.
Well, Dawood can show up. Siraj, he played 2 weeks ago. You're acting like he can't play.
No, I'm saying they're injured. That's what I'm saying. Actual players.
Bro, Dawood is not injured. Aus is not injured. Siraj is just being a bum. He's choosing not to play for you.
Yeah, Siraj played 2 weeks ago. He has to be for sure healthier than 2 weeks ago. He can step on the field.
This is hilarious.
All right, if he was on the field, then it would be different.
All right, let's go to the playoffs, Omar.
All right. Yeah. So for the playoffs this week, we got 2 games here. For the first game at 10 a.m., we got the number 3 seed versus the number 6 seed, which is Salam versus Muslimin.
We all know who's gonna win that.
All right, that's a blowout.
Time to put down Salam.
That is a blowout and a half. It's not even gonna be close unless EB gets some sort of donation to his legs or something. Like he goes and like has someone's legs put in for him. So there's no way Salam is winning this game.
Or I'll say this: if Fahad decides to rush one and not its quarterback, I might cook. Man, he's gonna spam B.
We're not rushing one. We're not rushing.
I'm just saying.
I will not allow. Omar, your team is not rushing one.
No, we're not. We're rushing two for sure. But if there's one thing that I know, man, is that you never count out a team, man. This was kind of our mindset when we played Ubi's team. You know, our team was like, like after that win against Intifada, we're like, Ubi's next. You know, it's gonna be easy. You know, we got this. And I mean, you know what happened, right? We lost pretty bad.
You know what happened. You know what happened.
Yeah, so yeah, we're not underestimating this team. We're playing like EB's gonna play. We're playing like this is a top team. Because when you underestimate a team, man, that's when you lose.
Hey, all I gotta say is if you guys are up by more than 2 tutties, you guys better start taking it easy. Rush one, rush your backup, do whatever you gotta do. No, save all your energy for the next game.
We keeping the foot on the gas pedal, man. We're bringing the heat, not letting up anything.
Hell yeah!
Let's go on to the next game.
Yeah, so for the next game, we have the number 5 seed versus the number 4 seed, which is FC Palestino versus Arabs FC.
Nadim, you said it's a good matchup. I mean,
I like that matchup.
I think it's a bad matchup for FC Palestino.
Why is that?
The lead being Quraini Russian? Bro, which quarterback can survive?
That's right. No, you're right. You're right. But it's going to be Lil Bro, Yusuf, Quraini dominating Big Bro, Ahmed Quraini. And I like the Lil Bro matchup more.
Hey, Yusuf gonna go crazy, man.
He's been tank.
He's been wanting this matchup for his whole life, man. I'm sure they're gonna throw fists and all that out there.
For sure, 100%. That's like you and Siraj back in the day, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean there's no way Yusuf's just gonna get bullied. On the other side, Noor, I believe in him. So
I don't.
Damn.
Maserati Noor.
I'm be honest. If there's the chance for FC Palestino, I think if it's outside quarterback. I'll be honest, bro. I saw last week.
Wow. I'm getting this disrespect.
This is wild.
This is disrespectful.
I'm being honest.
In his own podcast. Ubi, this is your podcast, bro. This is your podcast. He's disrespecting you in your own podcast.
You know, Walid. Let me tell you something.
I'm telling the truth.
No, I know. Walid is blind. First of all Walid sees is this person throws the ball hard. Oh, he could throw. He saw like 2 other people throw the ball like last week or something. Like, oh man, they could be quarterbacks. I'm like, buddy, it's not that easy. You don't just come in and you can just be a quarterback. I'm not saying I'm a quarterback. I'm just saying.
I like that.
It's not as easy as it looks.
The best chance for FC Palestino is to get outside.
Hey, you might see an outside quarterback.
Bro, okay, here's the thing, Ubi.
And this is my. It's all good, man. I'm out.
Get game on the line, season on the line. Throw him in there. I mean, no one will be mad at that. I mean, we'll say that you choked and you needed Aus to save you, but
no, I mean, if I'll say this, if Aus is a quarterback, that means I will not be playing.
That's crazy.
I can't run like that.
So you're choosing yourself over the team.
No, if I can't. You guys saw me pop my hand.
I got him.
You guys saw me pop my hand. The only thing that works are my arms, not my legs. I can't be running for my life.
All right, okay. Then let's think about Aus back there. I say it's a good matchup then if Aus back there.
Well, then who is Aus gonna throw to then? Right? I mean, obviously he
has.
My
God, Ubi is getting disrespected.
I'm sorry, Ubi, but I mean.
I'm not gonna be there.
Aus as a receiver,
I can't be a receiver.
He's a difference maker for your team. I mean, I know you guys have Zaid, and but okay. Other than Zaid, it's
Ubi.
like
I need to cut you off, man. Ubi, how are you letting this slide? Ubi.
I mean, Walid's had some shaky takes for the longest time. You
This is
know,
hilarious,
Woody
man.
that has sometimes it sounds like he has two brain cells, but
Mm-hmm.
it's all good.
Okay. I
Oh,
like where this is
man.
going.
Anyone?
Let's
anyone
move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Alright.
By the way, I got Intifada versus Mutmini in the final. Intifada winning.
Just like that.
All right.
Just like that.
Okay,
The-
we'll get into that next week. We'll
Right.
get into that next week. I'll get my analysis in.
All right.
But
So I guess the last segment I guess we have is who's gonna be the X factor for each team going into the playoffs. So I guess we could start with the number 1 seed, Intifada. What do you guys think is gonna be the X factor?
Nadim, linebacker. When he plays
I like
Mutminin,
that.
he's gonna be by himself on an island in the middle. He's gonna be the reason they're gonna win it.
I respect
like
that,
that.
even though my ankles have been getting shattered the last couple
It's
weeks.
not about juking; it's about your placement on the zone.
I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say, let's try to pick not the obvious answers, if that makes sense. Like, you could, the easy answer is to say Osama on our team, because I mean that is the right answer. But just that underlying X factor. But I respect that take. I appreciate the take.
Who you got, Ubi?
Same thing.
Nadim, nice at linebacker, man.
Man,
What-
I'm getting.
the one man
He's an
show,
X
man.
factor.
But
You pick Almo too.
low key, I think the X factor has to be Monty. If he's playing, it's definitely Monty.
That was my pick.
He's
That was my pick.
the best, to me, the best rusher in the league. He just gets through so easily, and he just make plays left and right, man. It is.
I feel like the time. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My bad. And it's not just obviously defense, but it's offense too. I mean, he makes defenders miss. Just crazy.
He's quick, and I feel like we're lucky. From his injury, he missed the 2 weeks that we could have afforded to miss him. So I mean, the last 2 weeks for us weren't anything too serious. I mean, we played the same team, and that same team was broken 2 weeks in a row. I mean, they've been broken all season, but I feel like those 2 weeks that Monty missed were the weeks that we could miss him, and definitely come playoff time, he's gonna be all good. He could have played last week. We told him not to because we assumed that because Yanad isn't there, they weren't going to put up as much of a fight. But if he needed to, he would have played last week. So he's going to have one more bye week. So come championship week, he's going to be 100% ready to go. So that's definitely my pick.
All right. So then for Mu'minin, who do you guys got?
Mu'minin. I'm going to say right off the bat, Suhaib Hamoud.
Same.
Best rusher in the league. It just speaks for himself, man. He can power through people. He's a force. He's the best power rusher. I think Monty's obviously not a power rusher. He's more of a finesse guy or a speedster.
Mm-hmm.
Power rusher, 100% it's Suhaib. It's not even close. He leads the league in sacks for a reason.
Yeah, I'll say without him, that defense is not that great. So
Hamada
all I'm
been
saying
sneaky
is
lately.
who?
He has.
Hamada.
Yeah, low-key, I'm gonna go with
Oh,
Hamada,
yeah.
man. He been making plays, man, left and right. All
I
right.
could see that as well.
Yeah. Anyways, we go on to I guess Muslimin. Who do you guys got for Muslimin?
Hassan Aisha.
Oof.
He's been nice at blocking, but I
like
seen him
that.
catching the ball lately.
I was just gonna say that too. His little dump offs that he gets. Honestly, both of them, man, Hassan and Omar. Because I feel like I don't know how, but maybe it's because my assumption is maybe it's because Fahad drops back so much. So when he drops the ball off to you guys or dumps it off, you guys have so much room to run. I don't know if this is true. I think that's just what I'm seeing. It's because when Fahad plays, I feel like he plays so far back, and his drop back is so far that when the dump offs happen, you guys just have open lanes and it's easy to get there. So I'm taking you guys for sure. Those little dump offs are huge.
Oh yeah, I know Hassan been nice, man, with those jukes and those hip moves. He's been nice with those. Man.
Who do I have? I'm gonna go with Nuh.
I like that pick.
I think, I mean, Nuh has the most potential on the team. I think if Fahad unlocks it during this playoffs, I mean, he's gonna go off. So I'm gonna pick Nuh, defensively and offensively.
Okay.
All right, so let's go with next Arabs FC.
Omar Yusuf. The reason why I say that, Tawfiq is not a he's like he's an automatic X factor in my opinion. Like it's he's not he's up there. He's a game changer, but he's not someone that'll consistently do as much damage as I think Omar Yusuf would be. I'm not taking anything away from Tawfiq, but I'm just saying Omar, if you notice him, he's always playing that short on the sideline, throw it to me, hey, I'm open, and he runs after. So I feel like if Omar Egypt can just really look at the sidelines, and Ubi, that's notes for you to take. Watch Omar Yusuf on the sidelines. Mm-hmm. If you can, if Omar Egypt can just watch and hit Omar Yusuf on the sidelines, that's huge, man, because he's kills teams. If you were to watch the tape, he kills teams, and he's always open there. No one even looks at him, and it sucks that Omar Egypt doesn't look at him, but he's definitely there. And then at corner, he's pretty solid as well. So I like the pick of El Yusuf.
What about you, Ubi? Who are you taking?
I mean, there's a lot of good players. I'm gonna say Amin, just because I mean, he locks it down at safety, and on offense, if Amar passes it to him a good amount, he's gonna go off. I mean, he's never gonna drop the ball. He knows how to find the open spot. So I gotta say Amin.
Amin is a nice pick. I like that.
Yeah. What about you, Wadid?
Tawfiq. I think he's gonna get a lot of jump balls this playoff.
Not with Aus there, huh, Ubi?
Well, Aus like a play corner.
Yeah, Aus is a linebacker, so we'll see about that.
I mean, unless I go around this.
He was, man. Last week he was jumping all over the place. And those you guys got blown out, but
yeah,
he was still there.
Yeah, Tawfiq's gonna be an X factor with the Drake mask for sure.
Hell yeah, I like that.
Man. All right. Anyways, the next team, I guess we could go with FC Palestino.
FC Palestino.
Zaid, next question.
Amen.
Amen. I like that pick too.
Yeah,
Amen.
That's a good pick too.
Here's the thing with Amen, man. I hope he watches this. If Amen can just get over the drops, if he can just find a way to get over the drops and actually catch the ball, because I was roughing that game last week, and the amount of space he had with all those little short dump offs, the amount of space he had was crazy. So if he could just get a little more practicing on just hauling in the balls, man. Pause.
He's a very nice dump off guy, bro. Like when he gets the ball, he's for sure gonna juke the first person.
For sure, yeah. He's quick with it, and if he can only just get the catch in, he's there. And I feel like that's gonna be an X factor in the game because he goes unnoticed, and nobody really seems to pay attention to him on defense. So that's my pick.
Yeah, I honestly I like Amen as a rusher too. He's been getting to the quarterback pretty quick. He's been nice at that.
No, Amen's been solid, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of X factors that we could have on our team, but Amen's a good pick for sure.
Who do we have left? Salam. I'm Can we just skip it over?
The ground.
We
Salam.
can't do them dirty.
No. Salam. I'm gonna say, what's his name? Aed.
I thought you were gonna
He's
say
gonna
Ali
be the
Benny.
X Factor. No, Aed. No, Ali Benny is undraftable, but Aed.
Oh no.
Hey, didn't I say that beginning of the season?
But hold on, I got him. I need props this week. He had an amazing batted ball in the on the yacht early in the game.
Yeah, but I also hear you on the sideline saying he's one of the worst players in the.
Yeah,
in the
but I
NFL.
gotta give him props for that play. That was amazing.
That's one play.
I gotta give him props though.
I don't think Ali watches these, man. I'm curious.
He
If
does,
he
he
listen to this. He
He
does.
says,
Good. We love you, Ali, man. We love you.
I do love Ali. I do love
X Factor, no, 100% X Factor on that team is the defense of the other team. So it's either the
Golly.
ground or whoever's at safety on Muslimin. So who's that, Ben or Fahad?
it's gonna be Fahad and deep is gonna be Fahad or Ahmad. I think Fahad plays linebacker, then Ahmad deep.
Mm-hmm.
Then Ahmad is gonna be MVP of that game.
No, my X Factor actually is gonna be what's his name if he could show up.
Falah.
Falah. If
Stop.
he shows up
Stop.
on time,
No,
that might be a difference
No.
maker.
I don't think it's just showing up on time that's gonna be the difference.
He also mentally show up.
mentally
But
show
yes.
up, not quit, not act like he wants to play quarterback, not this, not that, not that. The list goes on. We're not gonna get back into that, but that's how it goes. But yeah, let's go back into since we have a couple more minutes. Let's go back into our last segment, our conspiracy theory.
Oh,
Nadim's conspiracies.
Yes. Cue the music.
Illuminati.
Cue the music. Cue the music.
go.
Cue the music. I'm gonna leave it to next week, guys. Appreciate you guys for watching. It's been a great episode. We'll listen to conspiracy theory next week. It's a good one. We're gonna try. Waleed, we're gonna try to do it in person next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. This has been a fun podcast to record, especially this one. I really like this one. So appreciate you guys for watching. 2024 MFL Field Vision podcast out. Salam.
Salam.
Salam.